So yeah, Nothing Personal is basically an album about a personal journey, ironically enough. Kind of was in a chronological order. Basically, this year has been a transitional year for me, and so the concept of Nothing Personal is the personal journey has to be something that you can't take personally. Every person that you meet might not be here forever. It might be only a seasonal kind of vibe, so you really need to not take anything personally. And as far as the vibe of the album, it starts off in, like I said, a chronological order of, it starts off carefree, nonchalant, like you're having fun, the high of life, basically. You're out fun, you're out clubbing, you're enjoying the moment, and it's that high that doesn't last. So you go into the middle of the album, and it kind of transitions into the lowness of life, and you go through, you might lose somebody, or you might, be in debt with your job or something like that. And basically it's the reaction to the action. And so in my personal journey, and why the reason that the album sales and the gross profit of this are going to go to the Mental Health Association is because over the last couple months I've lost a lot of friends to drug overdoses, which is a direct correlation to mental health. And it's the beginning, addiction is the symptom of mental health. So for me, that was a struggle that I went through, and that's something that directly influenced this album. And then you go from the middle of the album that has that lullness to it, that kind of darkness to it, into the end of the album, which is more of the level playing field of how every high has a low, but you need to learn from the mistakes. You need to grow, and you need to understand that everything isn't personal. It's just the way life goes. It's just, you're going to lose people. People that you love might not feel the same way about you. Maybe they're here for the moment, and you have to take that living in the moment aspect, but also with a grain of salt, because if you take it personally, that's what ends up having a negative effect on your mental health. And that's a big issue, like I said, of today's generation, because we're so drug fueled. We take Adderall to get up, we take Xanax to go down. So it's a very common structure that we have in today. And so that's where the album came from. So like I said, the beginning of the album's really vibe. It's a good time. It's very upbeat. And so we're going to definitely shoot a couple of music videos with that. I've had a lot of great reactions to that side of the album, but definitely when you listen to it, take it as that chronological as a story, because it definitely has a good vibe to that as well. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. It's actually transitioning into my next project, which is going to be out in LA next year, where we're going to talk more about that in a few months. Can't give too much away now, but it's going to be something to definitely look forward to and definitely get ready for. So yeah, it's going to be a good time.